Have you ever heard of the Karay-a people? They are an ethnolinguistic group primarily found in the province of Antique, southern Capiz, and towns in Iloilo such as Miagao, Leon, Tubungan, Guimbal, and of course my father's town, Tigbawan. They speak a language called kinaray-a, like most other Philippine languages of Austronesian origin. The name Karay-a, conjectured linguist David Zorc, likely came from the word iraya, which in kinaray-a and other Philippine languages means upstream or inland. In Tagalog, we say ilaya. It is well known that Karay-as are mostly also able to speak Hiligaynon or Ilonggo. Most urban Ilonggos, in contrast, generally do not speak kinaray-a. There is apparently a historical reason for this. As a consequence of how history unfolded, by the late 19th century, Hiligaynon, or Ilonggo, became the lingua franca of commerce, education, church, and the media during the Spanish and American eras in the island of Panay and across western Visayas. Because of this, speakers of kinaray-a felt impelled to learn Hiligaynon for social and economic mobility. In contrast, many Ilonggos did not really have any motivation to learn kinaray-a, since native speakers of the language could converse with them in Hiligaynon anyway. Also, kinaray-a was seen to be something of a language of the peasant, and its native speakers were thought of as rural and unrefined. According to sociolinguist J. Stephen Quackenbush, Hiligaynon was thought of as the more prestigious language, even by the Karay-as, who spoke their native tongue at home but changed to Hiligaynon or Ilonggo in public or formal settings. The irony here is that the Karay-as are an older ethnic group of people, and the Ilonggos are thought of in scholarly circles to have diverged from them. In fact, it is believed that the Karay-as were the earliest Austronesian settlers of the island of Panay. While the earliest Austronesian immigrants to the Philippines preferred to build coastal communities, over time, the Karay-as, like the Igorots in Luzon, moved upland to the central Panay mountain range. These mountains are steep and rugged, something which allowed the Karay-as to develop a separate identity from coastal dwellers. According to the linguist David Zorc, it is possible that speakers of Hiligaynon, the Ilonggos, might have diverged from the Karay-as. Hiligaynon, the language, is thought of by scholars as having evolved from kinaray-a. The fact that the Hiligaynons lived along the coasts, including what is now the city of Iloilo, meant that they absorbed more words from other languages because of more contact with transient ethnicities. This helped Hiligaynon, the language, to evolve into its present form. Because of Hiligaynon's perceived prestige, many Karay-a speakers do not mind being called Ilonggo or Bisaya, notwithstanding the fact that they are the older ethno-linguistic group. This is probably why the Karay-as, as a group of people, are not so well known outside of Panay Island compared to the Ilonggos. Fortuitously, things have started to change for the Karay-as of the people, and kinaray-a, the language. Since the start of the 2000s, the old perception that kinaray-a was rustic and the language of the unrefined peasant is being challenged. It now has more presence in contemporary literature and cultural advocacies, something which hopefully will ultimately lead to the introduction of the Karay-as to the rest of the country, and perhaps even the world, as a people and culture not just distinct but in fact older than the Ilonggos. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful journey into the world of the Karay-a people. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more about the fascinating cultures of the Philippines, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. See you in the next one.